On launch day of next generation Xbox, I played every mode of NBA 2K21 to see which one would give you the most VC. I'm going to show you how you can earn about 6,000 per hour. I wanted to play every mode so I could see for myself where you could really get VC. And I'm going to show you the top 3 methods. Number 1 comes as no surprise to any of us. It's my career. So it's similar to what you would earn in current gen, but it's a little different. You don't get a daily bonus where we get like 2,000 VC for getting 20 assists. The endorsements are less event based and they're more a small amount tacked onto your per game and then more of these small incentives. The negotiation is going to be easier. You see this meter here, so it'll tell you when they're getting ready to walk away. And it hasn't happened to me this year, so that's good. It happened to me a lot in current gen. So I'd suggest once you get these endorsements offered, you're going to go about like 33 or 34 per game. So that's going to be VC that they add on to what you acquire at the end of each My Career game that you play. So you get like your salary, you get your stats, your teammate grade, and then you get this 30-34 from each endorsement you get. So you can get like 6 endorsements. I have 5 right now, so that's going to be an extra 150 VC that you get per game as you're playing. The incentives, some of them can be difficult depending on like how many minutes a game you're playing. They might want you to score like 30 points, 15 rebounds, whatever. So that can be difficult. So I would just, when you do the negotiation, go with a small amount of incentives, 1 or 2, and then 33, 34 per game. Some of the later endorsements I got though, you can keep the per game at 33, 34, and you can still get like 5 or 6 incentives, but it just depends on the company or the brand who's offering you an endorsement. And I'm still on tier 1, so I'm not sure what the tier 2 endorsements are going to be like. I went into My Career. I went straight to the NBA. I skipped the story. I had already seen it on current gen. The first year, you're just going to get 500 VC for your salary, but you can go ahead and simulate through that whole first year. And then second year, you can re-sign in free agency. And I was able to sign for like 745. So you should be able to land somewhere between there. You maybe could even get higher. Some of the teams did decline me, and so I had to go for like my second and third options. So now, as you can see here, I'm making over 1,000 per game. My minutes are still small, which that does make the games go quicker. So it depends on how many minutes of playing time your team gives you, but you really can do one of these games in, it could even be 5 minutes if you're playing on 5-minute quarters, but it can take longer as well. So I'm saying you can average out to about 6,000 in an hour. So the second mode where you can really get some VC, I'm happy about this one. It's through the quests that you'll find in the city. So there's these NPCs that walk around. They have a yellow exclamation point above their head, and they'll give you a challenge. They'll say you got to go beat these 2 NBA legends in a game of 2-on-2 or a 3-on-3, and it's the warehouse challenge. And they'll give you 750 VC for completing one of these challenges. The game, you play 2-on-2. It's only going to take you about 10 minutes, and then that game itself will give you VC for beating it, like 400, and then you get the bonus 700. So you can get like 1,000 in those 10 minutes, but you only get the bonus the first time that you beat it. You can beat it again and still get the 400 VC. So you could end up doing like 2,400 in an hour if you can keep winning. But the challenge is difficult. You're facing 2 or 3 98 overall, so you have to use your main build and one that you've invested some attribute points into. The third one is the G League. The G League is going to make you more VC than high school or college. I found you can make about 800 VC in a game. They give you, that's if you complete the tasks, but the tasks are real easy. I was able to do them on my like 60 overall point guard, and it's like get 2 dunks, get 18 points. But G League mode is very easy. Even if you have a low player, you'll be able to do that. So this is a good option if you're wanting to build a player up and you don't have a bank of VC. You can enter into the G League, and as you play your games, you can earn a good amount of VC. It's a better option than going for college. Some of the other modes that I tried out, Blacktop. you can play like a short game of blacktop, and sometimes you randomly get like 150 or 200 VC even after a quick blacktop match, but then sometimes they give you no VC, so it seems to be random when there's actually a payout. So it's not really a way that I would go towards. I also did Play Now Online. You get about 400 VC for a win. The amount of VC that they give you through these different levels is actually better than what it was on current gen from what I remember. I still feel like they should be higher, but if you enjoy playing Play Now Online, at the same time you can make some VC. I did hop into the new My NBA, which is like the My League, My GM thing. You can simulate games in there. If you're into that, on 5-minute quarters you get about 125 VC. If you hop in and play a 5-minute quarter game, you can get like 575 VC. You can also, if you're playing the game and you get bored in like the third or fourth quarter, you can sim to the end, and then depending on how long you have played, that's how much VC they pay you out. I mentioned My Career high school games. They'll give you about 400 VC per game. You're going to play in the city. The first place you got to play it's like at a boatyard. It's called Rookieville, and it's very easy to get games in Rookieville really quickly. It's not like the park where you would be sitting and people run from spots. Like at least on launch day, everybody was wanting to play Rookieville. The games are coming quick, and you can make like 200 VC for a game played, and then over 300 if you get a win. I also, as I showed in the video, I did play WNBA. I played Play Now. They're just more minimal VC, so nothing really to go for. But definitely the mode that you want to aim at if you want to make VC while you play My Career. So even if you're playing My Team or you're playing My GM or any of these modes that need to use VC, make yourself a My Career character. You can play here and there, or you can get into it, and you can definitely earn some VC. Let me know if you guys found a mode or a feature to make VC that I didn't mention. Thanks.